Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you.
Steffi is rehired. Lee makes a shocking discovery. At the hospital, Lee extracted a slice of Tom's liver and put it in a petri dish. She put it under a microscope to look at it. Tom Star, are you really Luna's father? She asked. She called for a paternity test and stated she wanted to do it herself. In her office, Lee completed the blood tests and waited for the results. At Bill's, Luna was bored and settled down for a sleep on the couch when Bill came in and begged her to come upstairs as Will was at the gate and no one could see her. Luna hid at the top of the stairs so she could see Will interact with his dad. Will stated he wanted to check in on him as Liam informed him he was working a lot from home. Will wondered whether Bill was just processing everything that he went through with Luna. Upstairs, Luna grinned when he spoke her name and thought his conversation with his dad charming. Bill tried to shut the matter down, but Will reminded Bill how he assumed Luna was his daughter and knew it took a toll. Bill assured Will he never needed to think of Luna again and didn't need to bring her up. He told Will that he was doing just great. Will laughed that when Liam informed him he wasn't spending much time at the office, he believed his dad had a new woman in his life. Upstairs, Luna smiled. At the Forrester mansion, Steffi thought Brooke and Hope were impediments, but Carter was receptive to having her back to the company. Steffi knew they would be suspicious, but believed she convinced them. This is my chance to undo what they've done and play them at their own game, Steffi insisted. She told them Forrester Creations belonged to them and she meant to get it back. Steffi said she carried the DNA of her namesake, and they forgot how powerful it might be, but they were going to find out. Eric informed Ridge he believed Steffi could accomplish it. If anyone could save their company, it was Steffi Forrester, Eric smirked. At the CEO's office, Carter, Hope, and Brooke discussed whether or not to allow Steffi come back. Brooke and Carter thought that Steffi demonstrated she had given it a lot of thought and could see the merit of her return to the company. However, Hope reminded them how Steffi vetoed Carter's plans before she departed and how she had fired Hope. I have too much class to repeat the names that she called me here, but she did accuse me of manipulating Carter into turning against the Forresters, Hope remarked. Hope didn't think they could trust Steffi. Carter reminded Hope that he had wanted Eric, Ridge, and Steffi to stay on. Hope told him he could still say no. Hope knew Steffi was qualified but also hypocritical and nasty. They questioned if Steffi was being honest or aiming for payback. Brooke suggested they should give Steffi an opportunity to show herself and maybe she'd convince the others to return as well. You mean Ridge, Hope answered. Hope told Brooke that she recognized it was a hard moment for her but didn't think it merited bringing Steffi back. Brooke insisted they should give Steffi a chance. Brooke told Carter that he was the manager of the LLC and there was nothing Steffi could do about that. Carter phoned Steffi and informed him they discussed her proposition and asked her to come visit them. Steffi replied she will come right over. Hope said she didn't believe it was the finest decision but it was Carter's to choose and she trusted him. Steffi arrived and Carter assured her that he knew she didn't think that his takeover intentions were pure, but they were. He added that he knew how he'd damaged her and the Forrester family, but he wanted Steffi to think about how she hurt Hope. I was reminded today that I don't want to run a company that beats people down. That's part of the reason I did what I did, Carter said sternly. Steffi felt it was a terrible circumstance, and she didn't enjoy what transpired. But she was pragmatic, she remarked and recognized that he was in control of the corporation. She didn't like it, but it was how it was, and she believed her efforts could make the firm stronger. She stated as co-CEO, she had to make tough decisions, and they weren't always popular but she would still do it under his leadership and help him thrive. She asked whether they had an agreement. Carter put out his hand and said, "Welcome back, Steffi." She told him it felt right and she wouldn't make him regret it. You don't have to worry, I'm here to help you make Forrester everything it deserves to be. I will succeed, nothing will stop me, Steffi smiled as Hope looked on doubtfully. The bold and beautiful reveal that will expose Bill's secret, and give Luna the opportunity she's been waiting for. Bold and Beautiful left us on a bit of a cliffhanger after Lee ran a paternity test on samples from Tom Star and her niece Luna, but the findings were already teased in the weekly promo trailer. Therefore, it's not so much the outcome we're concerned with as the consequences, given that this will force yet another reveal, and land Luna in a position to put her plans into action. As fans well know, after discreetly doing a DNA test to discover if Tom was actually Luna's father, Lee will face Poppy. The violent exchange involves Lee yelling at her sister, whom she's obviously never trusted, that her ex-husband Jack is actually Luna's biological father. Which means that the paternity test indicated Tom was not her dad after all, and essentially died for nothing. Logically, once this knowledge comes to light and the Nozawa sisters have battled it out, one of them will be obligated to take a run up to the prison and let Luna know that she offed the aged musician for no good cause. We're sure Luna will be relieved to hear that she's not linked to the late Tom Star, given she was so outraged by the connection that she poisoned him. Nevertheless, as we all well know, the double murderer will not be found in her cell. This suggests that Bill's secret will come out as a result of Lee running the paternity test. Whether it's Lee or Poppy who makes the voyage to the jail, it's going to be discovered that Luna was released and is under house arrest living with the guy she previously called Dad. On the heels of Bill shacking up with Sheila, perhaps his family shouldn't be surprised, but they will be. They'll be outright startled and gravely concerned. Can you possibly imagine Katie's reaction? Once the secret comes out, presuming Bill refuses to compromise and keeps Luna in the mansion, she'll be moving a little more freely. Visitors, if there are any, will be allowed to view her. This will open up a world of chances for the manipulative Miss, who will be able to begin working her wiles on Will. Where this all goes next depends on whether or not you feel Luna is truly capable of reform. Did she actually just snap? Or are her apologies and protestations of regret only another manipulation of a dumbed-down Bill Spencer?
We believe it will be up to the bold and beautiful authors, and soap readers will have to tune in to find out. Steffi introduces Daphne to Ridge. Ridge encounters Steffi's hidden weapon. Scenes from Los Angeles. Steffi isn't sitting back and just letting Carter and Hope steal her family's company. She's back to work and has great plans to blow apart Carter and Hope's life, all due to her wonderful friend, Daphne. Steffi has kept her secret strategy under wraps thus far. But now it's time for Ridge to meet the newest player in this game. What will Ridge think of the acclaimed perfumer? Will he and Daphne hit it off right off the hop? And, if so, will Steffi tell him why Daphne is truly in town? It's not only to tout that Forester fragrance that's driving everyone nuts. It's to help bring down Carter and aid the Foresters in restoring what's theirs. The bold and the beautiful February sweeps busters. The bold and the beautiful spoilers state that February will be here before you know it. So some shockers are on the horizon. We've got some February sweeps busters for you. So let's get in and explore all the action ahead. For starters, Ridge Forester will fall even deeper for Taylor Hayes as they get their life together back on track. Unfortunately, Taylor's feud with Brooke Logan is just going to grow worse. Again, Ridge has a habit of going back to Brooke sooner or later. So Taylor could be setting herself up for tragedy. Taylor should be on cloud 9 during February sweeps. But will she ultimately regret surrendering her heart to Ridge again? Now that Steffi Forester is back at Forester Creations, you can bet Hope Logan will be watching her like a hawk. That's exactly what Steffi's counting on since Daphne Rose will be doing the main work on her secret scheme. The bold and the beautiful February sweeps. Villainous threats, hot temptation, and explosive secrets while Hope's worried about Steffi. She may not see Daphne's tightening grip on Carter Walton. Daphne's going to push Hope and Carter to the test as a pair. So we'll see if Carter surrenders to any temptation down the line. Regardless, Daphne's perfume line will excite Carter and provide her the perfect opportunity to become closer to him. B&B's spoilers indicate Daphne tried to put Carter under her spell and create the scenario for the Foresters to eventually up back in control. As for Zen Forester Dominguez, he may become more uneasy about his own role at Forrester Creations. Although Zend has vowed family devotion, he'll get an opportunity to shine as a designer and may change his opinion if the company develops under Carter's leadership. On another note, some Luna Nozawa drama may burst on numerous levels. Whether Luna's true father is Jack Finnegan or maybe John Finnegan in yet another paternity surprise, some Nozawa family strife is brewing. It looks that Poppy Nozawa, Lee Finnegan, and Jack will all get mixed up in Luna's plot with Bill Spencer as well. The house arrest arrangement that Bill arranged won't stay under wraps for long. All the Luna mayhem could play a role in the difficulty that's brewing for Steffi and Finn's marriage in the not-too-distant future. We'll pass along updates as more news comes in concerning Finn and Steffi's anticipated relationship troubles. We could also discuss about devious Remy Price and whatever he might be cooking up next. February sweeps seems like the best moment for Remy to escape and cause additional difficulties for Elektra Forrester along with Will Spencer. Luna's fascination with Will is going to get greater around February sweeps too, so more trouble should be in store for Will and Elektra soon enough. The bold and the beautiful spoilers claim the month ahead will feature plenty of wild narrative twists, so remain with us for other plot predictions and February sweeps busters. Soap legends lead the charge for wildfire victims. Soap stars shine bright for Los Angeles wildfire victims. Wildfires have scorched portions of Los Angeles, leaving devastation in their wake. Families have lost their homes, cherished pets have been displaced, and heroic firemen continue their tireless attempts to safeguard lives and property. In the wake of this tragedy, the daytime television community is standing forward to make a difference. Daytime makes a difference on Sunday, January 19th, at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Fans may join their favorite daytime stars for a special online fundraising event focused at aiding people devastated by the wildfires. Hosted by General Hospital stars Bradford Anderson and Josh Kelly, this coastal entertainment Zoom meeting promises 2 hours of personal stories, goodwill, and a celebration of resilience. Click here for tickets. Daytime Stars Unite for LA Wildfire Relief. The lineup features an impressive roster of talent, including GH stars Tristan Rogers, Emma Sams, Rena Sofer, Vanessa Marcil, Rick Hurst, Sandy Wilson, Maurice Bernard, Laura Wright, Finola Hughes, Amanda Sednan, Cynthia Watros, Cameron Matheson, John Lindstrom, Tabiana Ali, Kate Monsey, and Perry Shun. Also going are Carson Boatman, Tamara Braun, and Eric Martzal from Days of Our Lives. These beloved performers will share their experiences and join forces to generate much-needed funds for 3 outstanding organizations: World Central Kitchen, the Pasadena Humane Society, and the LA Fire Department Foundation. From tragedy to hope, the destruction caused by the wildfires has hit close to home for many in the Daylight community. Soap actors Eric Braeden, Amelia Heinle, Cameron Matheson, and Jennifer Garais, among others, have publicly revealed their painful memories of losing homes to the fires, highlighting the personal toll of these natural disasters. Events like this not only collect money, but also highlight the strength of unity in times of need. Every dollar from ticket sales will directly fund relief efforts, giving food, shelter, and help to those affected. From feeding displaced families and first responders to ensuring animals receive safety and care, the campaign is an important step toward rehabilitation. Join the event to experience meaningful moments with your favorite celebs while making a genuine difference for wildfire victims. Together, the daytime television community and its followers can bring optimism to Los Angeles during this tough time. Lee confronts Poppy, who is truly Luna's father. The bold and the beautiful, Spoilers indicate that Lee has done her due diligence and come to a stunning conclusion. Armed with evidence that Tom Star was not Luna's father, Lee confronts Poppy. Will Poppy try to maintain her masquerade before she spills the beans? Meanwhile, Steffi's plan proceeds further when she presents Daphne to Ridge. Don't miss out on the drama and intrigue. Dr. Lee Finnegan started exploring Luna's parentage. Something made her feel uncomfortable about trusting her flaky sister, Poppy. At work, Lee called up Tom Star's liver and some blood samples from the lab. After doing certain tests, the results proved that Tom couldn't be Luna's father. Indeed, Poppy was lying and hiding things yet again. Lee was stunned. Now Lee won't waste any time confronting Poppy with her findings, wanting to know who Luna's father is. A sheepish Poppy may try to cover up the facts and fib a little more. Lee's not going to let her slide. Poppy will finally be cornered and have to tell the horrible truth. Once she utters the name of Luna's father, it will be an unfathomable betrayal. Meanwhile, Steffi pursues her plot to regain control of Forrester Creations. Everything appears to be going according to plan, and she has the full confidence and support of the other Forresters. Now Steffi will disclose her hidden weapon to Ridge. None other than alluring perfume mogul Daphne. Ridge may be as fascinated by Daphne as everyone else, and be quite delighted with Steffi's strategy. Coming up, Steffi introduces her hidden weapon, Daphne, to Ridge. Having the ammunition she needs, Lee confronts Poppy. Carter welcomes Steffi back to Forrester, and Lee runs another paternity test on Luna as Luna spies on Will again. Lee runs a paternity test, anxious Will checks on his father, and Steffi is called back to Forrester. At Eric's, Steffi tell him and Ridge that Brooke and Hope are hurtle, but her plan will succeed. She's confident they will be weary of her, yet they can't go down like this. She plans to get Forrester Creations back. At Forrester, Carter, Brooke, and Hope argue whether to let Steffi return. Brooke feels it would be wonderful for optics. Her kid informs out that Steffi called them names and they can't trust her. Carter doesn't know how he can turn Steffi down when he offered her the position. Hope insists he can still reject. Steffi may disrupt things. Brooke knows how shrewd Steffi is and she's not sure they can trust her, but they should give her the chance to prove herself. Her daughter believes this means she's also inviting Ridge back in. Brooke believes they need to give Steffi a chance. Carter calls Steffi and informs her that they'd like her to come over. Ridge and Eric push Steffi to be sensible, and she resolves to be cautious, unwilling to allow their company be taken from them. That makes the men smile. They are sure that if anyone can save the company, it will be Steffi. Carter and the others pace at Forrester. He asks what Hope is thinking. She doesn't think letting Steffi come back is the wisest decision, but she trusts him. He nods. They wait until Steffi soon walks up, assuming they've made a decision. Carter knows how difficult this has been for her. He's apologetic for hurting her and the family, but reminds her that she's also lashed out at Brooke and Hope. He doesn't want to lead a corporation that beats people down. Steffi tells them she realizes who has control, and there's nothing she can do about it. She offers to be the person to make hard choices while obeying his guidelines. She asks whether they have an agreement. Extending a hand, he welcomes her back and asks her not to make him regret this. She swears she is there to help, and nothing will stop her from succeeding. Smiling, she looks across at Brooke and Hope. In her office, Lee sorts out Tom's DNA samples and lays them under a microscope. She wonders if he was actually Luna's father. She pulls on her gloves and goes to work on the paternity test. The doctor paces until the test beeps. Moment of truth, she says, lifting it up and checking it. At Bill's, Luna flicks to the end of Great Expectations, says is predictable, and lays down for a sleep. Bill jogs in to report that his kid is at the gate and can't see her. She rushes around the corner to hide. Will strolls in and his father forcefully hugs him. His son asks whether he always just hangs out in the entryway. Is everything okay? Bill tells his son how great everything is. His son reveals that Liam informed him he's working from home a lot. He realizes that there are books all over the place. His dad says he's been using Moby Dick to fall asleep, but he's fine. His son says he's processing things. When he asks about Luna, Luna listens and grins. Bill insists Luna is in the past. His son reminds him of how happy he was to have a daughter, and questions how he could have coped if she'd actually been his daughter. Bill claims he never needs to think of Luna again. He appreciates his son's concern but is moving towards the future. His kid admits he felt he had a new woman in his life when he learned he was working from home. Bill smiles.
Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.